this is watching Zack Snyder, except without any of the actual positives that you usually get with Zack Snyder.
Yeah. See, usually when you put movies like this on the list and I'm watching this, I really think you're doing this just to torment me.
Guess what? This isn't the worst movie this week, though.
No, it's not.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Okay, so this one was a fucking chore. Rebel Moon, Part 1, A Child of Fucking Fire.
Oh.
So Zack Snyder is known to be a visual director.
I couldn't tell.
Fuck. Like, this might legit be one of the ugliest movies I've ever seen. And it's not just necessarily like the aesthetic, it's the fact that everything looks like a fucking soundstage. Like, blatantly like a fucking soundstage.
Yeah.
It's like they just throw you right in it. Like you get like ships, and you get Anthony Hopkins doing this huge exposition dump right at the beginning, which is not a great sign. But you know what? I'll forgive it. Maybe when we get to the core story, it'll work. And the core story then cuts to Sophia Boutella. I don't remember the name of her character. I'm not looking it up because I don't fucking care. And she's like doing farming on this field on this like planet that looks like it's supposed to be like Mars, and it's the fakest looking set you've ever seen in your fucking life. And I'm sorry, they're like, a lot of this stuff is based in fucking California. Can you not find a desert in California to shoot at? Like, the fuck are you doing? Why? This movie sucks. Like,
yeah, this
just
is
immediately
bad.
out the door. I've gotten like maybe 5 minutes into it, and already I'm like, fuck, this is bad.
Yeah, and you at that point you've already sat through 2 slow motion scenes that are completely unnecessary.
Oh, dude, I love the slow motion dropping of the seeds in the farm. That was fucking great. Really brought the fucking movie together.
You're not even kidding, like, because that part actually fucking existed, and that was just,
oh my god.
Oh my god.
Bobby, what are your thoughts on this?
I want to try and search for something nice to say, but I think I got to get my criticisms out first.
I can give it a compliment. I will give you a compliment. So, like, the title card with Rebel Moon and the font choice was cheesy as fuck, and I enjoyed it.
Yeah. I still think...
I know that's weak sauce, but it's what I got for this thing, okay?
Yeah, I think Zach definitely picked and chose out of his favorite sci-fi fandoms and canon and lore, and kind of hodgepodged everything together.
Yeah.
Because, like, there's so much...
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, go.
No, this is you. Go ahead. I'm interrupting.
There's a lot of it that I feel is, like, definitely heavily borrowed from, obviously, Star Wars. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to get that one right out of the way. Firefly.
Mm-hmm.
Elements of Doctor Who, elements of Harry Potter. Like, I stopped counting after a while.
Super strong Dune vibes in the beginning.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's obviously he's just doing hero's journey, but it is so cliche and predictable. Like, it's like Sophia Boutella was found in this shipwreck. And there's I should have killed you, but for some reason I saved you, and I don't know why. And then, like, there's some descendant of the king that, like, will one day take the throne, and we don't know who that is. I wonder who it could be. And then you have the droids that, like, will only defend the true king. That's what Anthony Hopkins plays. So he'll only defend the true king, but the true king isn't around, so they can just abuse the droids and they won't do anything. And then the droid randomly pops up to help her, and it's like, yeah, I saw that coming a mile away, guys. And of course, I don't even feel like they really established. Like, I think maybe they established it right at the end. Is like one of the final twists is like, oh my god, she's a defendant of the true king, and I'm like, yeah, I fucking know. You've been broadcasting it the whole fucking movie.
Yeah, that was just like, no shit.
Yeah.
No shit.
I've seen a movie before. I know this.
I've seen this pitch before, like, and much better. and horribly, but still more entertainment. It's horribly done.
So, one thing that I'm trying to figure out is why this movie looks so goddamn bad. Because here's one thing I'll say about Zack Snyder. He does his sepia tone slow-mo shit all the time. But usually, at least, his movies look decent. Maybe not color-wise, but, usually decent visuals. This is garbage. I'm trying to figure out, was the crew he usually works with, did they, quit or something and get a better project, and he had to work with new crew or do a lot of it himself and not actually know how to do these visuals? Is he this idea man who knows who's I want it to look like this, but doesn't actually know how to get there without his crew to explain it to him? Because this is you can see the setups for cool shots, and then it looks like shit. Really, this is, oh my god. Am I ranting a bit?
No, it's okay. No, that so much of this movie just made me so angry because it seemed like the whole story was being it also had plot armor too. It's just this is just the story just falls apart so fast for me, at least. When I saw there was 2 and midway through it, I was just like, oh god, do we really have to And
it comes out in fucking April. I put it on the agenda because fuck it, I guess we'll have something to fucking rant about. But it's why? I feel like Netflix just said, oh, Zack Snyder's got a fan base, and he does. Although I will notice they've been strangely quiet on this one, that it is an absolute fucking a train wreck. I don't know how else to describe this movie. This is atrociously bad. Literally what this movie is Sophia Boutella works on a farm. Her farm gets attacked. She has to go hunting, and she has to go figure out who can save them. I did make it to the end. It was
I did too.
Yeah, but
as soon as the credits popped up, I was just thank God.
Yeah, no, so they kind of do have a formal ending, and then there's a huge post-credit scene. Well, not even post-credit because it's before the credits, but there's this probably 5 to 10 minutes after that where it just establishes the main villain who was killed at the end of this one is resurrected essentially and told if you don't get him this time, you'll be really dead. And it's
oh, you mean Bison's Army?
You're dead 5 minutes ago, so I don't know.
I just called them Bison's Army because they look like General M. Bison. It's a Street Fighter.
Yeah,
something else they borrowed from.
Oh my god!
There is something, and Stray Bean said it earlier that the costuming, there was some stuff that I thought, okay, that's a choice, but other than that, the costuming in there in the movie, and the costume design, I didn't have any issue with it. I liked a lot of the looks of the characters and everything. Yeah. In fact, actually, the Red Priests, I thought they looked great.
Well, they didn't have stuff to work with. They did actually have a lot of talented actors in this, who I know can do a good job with shit.
Except for Sons of Anarchy guy, or this movie's how they pitched him to be this movie's not Han Solo, but
yeah,
Han Solo wouldn't betray them. I mean, he would get the money for betraying them, but he wouldn't actually betray them.
Oh no, you spoiled this terrible movie. Our audience will be ruined, and they won't be able to enjoy it.
I'm just saying. No, I'm just saying. Han Solo would say he's going to betray them, but actually save them, while still taking their money.
Mm-hmm. No, so the whole setup for this movie. So village attack. Sophia Boutella goes out with the one guy who was kind of on the Empire side and kind of oh shit, I can't. After he sees how bad they are, he's I can't work with these guys. They go on an adventure to essentially recruit a party. That's the movie. They're recruiting a party. They're going from location to location and meeting people
and much time we spent doing that.
That was so much. That was most of this movie.
That was the bulk of this movie.
Yeah, and that's it. And then they get to the end. And it's oh shit, we've been at this for almost 2 hours. We should probably wrap this up. Charlie Hunnam, the guy you just mentioned, so it's the Anarchy guy, the Han Solo type character. He decides to betray them. he turns him over to Ed Screen. It took me a second. It's the bad guy from Deadpool, but he's like the bad guy here. And he turns him over to them. They get into a big battle. Of course, the good guys win. Yay! All happiness. I can't wait to see Rebel Moon 2. Fucking Zack Snyder does it again. Brilliant filmmaker. La-di-da-di-da. Like, you know what? The Snyder bots have been strangely, like I said, they've been strangely quiet on this one, which is kind of very revealing. Because like this was supposed to be Netflix giving Zack Snyder just a ton of money to do whatever the fuck he wanted. It was like, here, do what you want. And he turns out this. And, you know, I used to say Sucker Punch was his worst movie, even though I thought the director's cut was a decent improvement. This is by far worse than that. Like, Sucker Punch has amazing fucking visuals. Fucking gorgeous.
That one was mildly entertaining, too.
Yeah. Dude,
that was one that I was actually surprised got the hate that it did when it came out. I was like, really?
Yeah,
I mean, it wasn't great, but it's
it's flawed. And that's the thing. Like I used to be a semi Zack Snyder defender, even though everybody calls me a hater. Like, I just have my criticisms. I always thought like he's a cool visual guy.
Yeah.
Just don't give him stories. Let somebody else kind of manage the story and just give him some control over visuals.
Yeah, and
maybe even put a bit of a leash on some of those visuals. We don't need slow-mos on grain, okay? We don't.
No, and I know that we're going to get into some of Snyder's work now, talking about this. Now, like with Man of Steel, for example, I know that he didn't have a lot to do with the writing of that story, so that has nothing. It's more of how he shot it. A lot of it I really appreciated. I felt that he stuck a little bit too much to a softer, toned down hues and colors, like the gray skies, and all that shit. I don't think of that when I think of Superman. You know, I think of like sunny blue day, like the fucking bright red and blue suit. You know, but he wanted to go darker and grittier, and I feel that he accomplished that when showing Zod and his generals, as well as Krypton being destroyed. But yeah, just minor things. But overall, I enjoyed that movie for the most part.
So listen, I have big complaints of Man of Steel. Do I dislike Man of Steel? No. I think it's okay. I would say I marginally like that movie. It's entertaining. It's got its issues, but you know, it's fine. And
it does.
It wasn't remotely his worst movie. I thought it was a solid idea for a Superman story, and I think with a couple of minor changes, I think that could have easily been the best Superman.
I will admit, I tend to forget. I get that in the first Thor movie blurred together when that thing goes down hunting Thor in the town, or the generals are destroying the town. I
can see that.
Show me footage of that. I couldn't tell. I could not tell you the difference between either of them. Oh wait, yeah, Marvel's was brighter in color and lighting. That's how I could tell. Yeah, it was pretty much A Bug's Life in space.
Yeah, it was.
Good actors, bad movies. So does that mean we're going to get a Woody Allen ripoff of Rebel Moon?
No. So I can't believe I haven't said this yet, because this is, while watching it, I thought the ultimate way to describe what Rebel Moon is. So like in the early 80s, some in the late 70s, but mostly in the early 80s, you got tons of these low budget, cheesy Star Wars clones.
Like canon films.
Yeah. The cheesiest things in the world. But like those movies, even though they're not good, but like there's a charm to those movies. There's almost an earnestness to just somebody just saying, fuck it, I have no budget. Let's just see what I can do. Let's see how close I can get to Star Wars. And usually it's a fail, but it's almost always a fail. But you know what?
You see,
there's like a charm to that attempt. There's a charm to that event.
You've seen like Laser Blast, right?
Yeah. But you know what? Do you know what Rebel Moon is? Rebel Moon is that without the charm.
Oh.
Without any of the B movie charm. Because this is not remotely a B movie. This is a high budget movie that just... Yeah.
Yes,
that Bug's Life Magnificent Seven, which is some...
Yes.
Yes. Yeah,
Samurai,
God damn it. That's
Seven Samurai is
that's
an
what he
amazing
was
movie.
Doing with this. He was doing Seven Samurai in space, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
I can't believe I didn't put that together.
I don't think I wanted to actualize that thought. But yeah,
that is absolutely.
I was just thinking maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. Please let it just be me.
Because I could see him
No.
thinking that's amazingly clever that no one's ever done that
It's
before.
fucking cool, bro. Let's shoot it.
Knowing Zack Snyder, he's not even doing Seven Samurai in space. He's doing Magnificent Seven in space, not realizing that there's a Magnificent Seven.
That Western is based off of a cut. Yeah. Okay.
It wouldn't surprise me at all.
Well, they've already remade the Magnificent Seven. Yeah.
And Magnificent Frankie's a fantastic episode.
That is a fantastic episode.
But yeah, Rebel Moon. Oh my god. I would rather watch Magnificent Ferengi 3 times in a row, which I believe is about it would be equal in length. Not good. Worst Zack Snyder movie. I've said it before. I'll say it again. Just garbage. Visually,
yeah, this was fucking bad. This was
like,
fucking terrible.
This is watching Zack Snyder, except without any of the actual positives that you usually get with Zack Snyder.
Yeah. See, usually when you put movies like this on the list and I'm watching this, I really think you're doing this just to torment me sometimes.
Dude, like, I mean, obviously this has gotten a lot of press, and yeah.
This was terrible.
Lots of people are talking about, and I'm probably gonna cut this into a segment because fuck, this is atrocious.
Oh god. Yeah, this was like I said, I wanted to find some elements that were good about it and not just be shitting on it entirely.
Well, like I said,
it's hard.
I think it's got
like
talented
Griffin
cast.
writing.
They aren't used well, but talented cast. And I like the font choice on the title card.
I didn't mind a lot of. I didn't mind most. I didn't mind the bad guys like military attire.
No.
I thought that
the whole Nazi
cool.
thing works for me.
Yeah, it worked for selling that they're bad and evil. They totally look like General Bison clones, though. But you know,
yeah. I don't know how this movie got made. Like, and so apparently the rumor is there's going to be a fucking director's cut of this at some point. Because
of course there is.
For some reason, Zack Snyder didn't just release that, even though Netflix just gave him fucking a blank check to do whatever the fuck he wanted. And it's not like Netflix would care if you released a 3 or 4 hour movie. They this is just bad. I just
yeah. Lucas did. Yeah, Stray Beans in the chat. Yeah, he did. He absolutely did knock off Kurosawa.
Listen. So this is like Rebel Moon is the hero's journey. Yeah, and which is like, if you want to know the hero's journey, it's the first Star Wars movie to a T that follows the hero's journey so well. But it works because he does a good job with it. The same thing of Force Awakens. You know, you can say it's the clone of the A New Hope, which it kind of is, but like it's well done. Rebel Moon is not well done. It is a fucking mess, and you know.
Yes, and that's the only reason why he's getting his Snyder cut. It's just to milk the fans.
Yeah, like, it's what they're expecting. You know.
Yeah, they only expect all of his movies to have Snyder cuts now.
And I'm sorry, like all the re-releases of these Snyder cuts have not, like, in my opinion, seismically changed the movie. Like people act like they do, and it's like
Justice League. Okay, now Justice League. If they would have kept the Martian Manhunter stuff in there, I think it would have been. I would have enjoyed it if they gave him more to do in an active role.
Oh, gave him more to do. Yeah, sure. I was like, dude, he was in like the post-credit scene, but yeah, no, gave him more to do. I won't be game. Absolutely.
I don't remember him from the original
Justice League movie.
Yeah, I don't remember him in the original cut. I remember him in the director's cut because I remember being pissed off that it was a black and white. Not realizing that he released 2 of those, one in color and one in black and white, but I could only find the black and white one.
Oh, that's right. He did. Yeah, he did black and white one. And I always ask, I would love Zack Snyder. Zack Snyder, if you're watching this, I want you to answer this for me. Why are you pushing a black and white version of Justice League while giving Superman a black suit where you can't even tell the suit color in that version? Why are you doing this? Are you insane? Stop it. Ugh.
Like, I half expected him to do the fucking Wizard of Oz thing, and as soon as Soup's turned back to being, from bad Superman to good Superman, everything's in color again. But no.
Yeah. Yeah, this Rebel Moon is bad, guys. It's bad. I
Don't
also
worry.
didn't like the animated Owl movie he did. This is worse than that as well. Yeah.
Books, records, films, these things matter. Call me shallow. It's the fucking truth.
I guess just wailing on woke stuff all the time is pretty lazy too.